A chaotic scene erupted near the Heather Heyer Memorial Site. It happened recently during one of the last Charlottesville protest anniversary events. Heyer was killed last year during a white supremacy march in the city. Her mother, Susan Breaux, held an impromptu meet and greet at the memorial site. Afterwards, I was interviewing Pam Gibson when suddenly
everything was all cleared out and cleaned up within like 20 minutes, it seemed like. So what's going on? What's going on?
people were running and screaming. At the time, none of us at the top of the hill had any idea what was happening.
I was afraid they would take her out that way.
Even Bro took to the street.
Well, I dreaded today. I mean, I felt like the heaviest weight in my heart last night, and got up early this morning, needed sleep desperately, and got here. I was like, oh man, the sirens were freaking me out coming here. I get here and there's all these people, and I'm thinking, how do I even know where to walk? And Reverend Susan walked me up here. And then it's like a calm settled over. It's like, okay, I know what to do now.
I questioned Bro about all the hugs and show of support.
I always have that much love. I have my moments of self-doubt come, don't get me wrong, they're huge and they're overwhelming at times, and then I'm like, okay, and my new motto is suck it up, buttercup, and that gets me through a lot too, you know. Don't get all wrapped up in your own anxieties and in your own head.
She admits there are times when she's hit with bouts of depression, but
you know, the theory of a pendulum, how a pendulum goes from one extreme to the other. So I'm hoping next year we can come to a livable, lovable, happy medium.
The 4th Street Memorial Site is where Heyer was run down and killed by white supremacists last year.
We are currently facing an overrepresentation of law enforcement this year to make up for the gross oversights last year. I understand that there were some serious miscalculations and oversights that led to a calamitous and disastrous situation for us here in Charlottesville.
Lisa Woolfork is a UVA English associate professor. Woolfork is also with Black Lives Matter.
However, today we find ourselves in a police state. This is the 5th largest deployment of Virginia State Police in the history of Virginia, as well as military vehicles and military personnel also on the ground today. So far, we have seen lots of law enforcement for crowd control, to set up checkpoints, to restrict movement, to pinch people in. And so it doesn't feel like the healing and the restoration that this community desperately needs.
She recalled being with Heyer when she was killed.
I was here on this very corner a year ago when that car came through, and we were not allowed to gather together and grieve because the police would not allow us to cross into 4th Street. That was an additional insult to injury, and we are still standing here holding space in the hopes that we can continue our resistance to white supremacy in all forms, as well as to hold each other safe and in solidarity. It's very moving and very powerful to see so many community members coming together, gathered together in solidarity, in support of one another, so that we can be here and say the Nazis aren't here, the fascists aren't here, but we are here. This is our community, this is our town, and we are reclaiming it, and we are continuing our resistance to white supremacy, whether it comes from the city, the state, or individuals.
I got a chance to talk with Courtney Commander about being at the memorial site.
I'm here today as a survivor and a friend of Heather Heyer to show honor to the victims that were injured that day, and to just remember the loss of one of my dear friends, Heather Heyer.
Even she was taken back by the outpouring of support.
It's amazing the people that shown up in solidarity, you know, in love for the community, and just support. It feels really good to see these people out here in support of all of us.
Courtney admitted she was uncomfortable with the police show of force.
It's really intimidating, and it's absolutely ridiculous that they would come out here so deeply this year but have no protection for us last year. So it makes me really outraged, actually.
Surprisingly, the large number of officers did not stop Mason Pickett from allegedly causing a scene near the memorial site. Jayadava Williams and his friends blocked Pickett from visiting Heyer's memorial wall.
This guy over here was trying to cause some trouble with some folks that are just here to be peaceful, here to pass out water and to show support and to show their memory for Heather, who died here last year. And this guy came down to cause trouble, and he's a guy who's been causing trouble locally for 10 years or more, always doing everything he can to get in between somebody and somebody else to get his name in the paper. And I promise you that's the only reason why he's here. He's a sad, bitter, lonely old man crying out for attention. He does not deserve it.
Dave Copper was also at the white supremacy rally last year.
To pay homage to a woman that was killed here last year, Heather Heyer. Thanks to last year, I believe there were no Nazis or no Klansmen here. I think that's the direct result of last year. They are afraid, as we were of them. I couldn't stay away last year, I couldn't stay away this year.
Copper admitted he had some concerns about the large number of officers at the event.
Well, the mass police gathering was a little intimidating, of course. There were none at Washington Park, basically, maybe a few, but not a mass gathering like here. I think last year they underreacted, this year they may have overreacted.
In Charlottesville, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.